If you've been part of the Soil Stories family for a while, you know I love digging into old-world gardening wisdom, the forgotten tricks, the grandmother's secrets, the mixtures that farmers used long before bottled fertilizers filled store shelves. Today, I want to take you on a journey into one of those ancient gardening traditions. And trust me, once you try this mixture on your soil, you'll never look at your garden the same way again. Let's start by revealing the star of today's story. A living, bubbling, fermented mixture that gardeners in various ancient cultures created using local plants, wild herbs, water, and natural sugars. You may have heard modern gardeners call it fermented plant juice, traditional compost tea, or indigenous microorganism brew. But its roots go much deeper than those names suggest. Throughout history, gardeners and farmers understood something we still forget today. Soil is alive. It's not just dirt, it's a complex community that feeds your plants, protects roots, and transforms organic matter into nutrients. And this ancient mixture's entire purpose is to feed that community, not just the plants. When you treat soil with a blend like this, you're doing more than fertilizing. You're restoring balance, rebuilding structure, and bringing dormant soil activity back to life. Let me tell you a little story from my own garden. A while back, I had a small corner bed where nothing seemed to grow well. The soil felt compacted, the earthworms were almost non-existent, and even hardy kale looked tired and pale. I poured in compost, I aerated, I mulched. Still, nothing shifted the way I hoped. Then I applied the ancient mixture you're learning about today. Within 2 weeks, the soil texture started changing. It crumbled easily. Earthworms moved back in. New seedlings sprouted faster, and stronger than they ever had in that bed. It was like the soil had woken up. That transformation wasn't magic, it was microbiology. Here's what's actually happening beneath the surface when you apply this ancient brew. It floods the soil with beneficial microorganisms. This mixture introduces billions of living microbes that immediately begin breaking down organic matter, releasing locked nutrients, and forming better soil structure. It strengthens root systems naturally. Roots grow deeper and spread wider because microbial activity increases oxygen flow and keeps the soil loose and crumbly. It restores depleted soils without chemicals. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that feed the plant but ignore the soil, this ancient mixture rebuilds the entire soil ecosystem from the ground up. It improves moisture retention. Microbes help soil create natural glues and structures that hold water longer and reduce surface crusting. It boosts nutrient availability. Instead of adding nutrients artificially, it unlocks the nutrients already in your soil and organic matter, making them more accessible to plants. If you've ever wondered why old farming families harvested bigger crops with fewer inputs, this is one of the reasons. While many ancient cultures used slightly different ingredients depending on what they had on hand, the core components stayed the same: green plant material, natural sugars, and clean water. In today's home garden version, you'll need fresh green plant material. This could be weeds, kitchen greens, comfrey, spinach, or any vigorous leafy plants. Brown sugar or unprocessed molasses to feed the fermentation. Water, preferably rainwater or any non-chlorinated water, a clean container to ferment. The simplicity is the beauty of it. Our ancestors created this mixture with whatever was growing around them, meaning you can do the same without spending a single extra shilling or dollar. Grab your freshest green plant matter, chop it roughly and pack it into a bucket until about half full. Add an equal weight of brown sugar on top. The sugar extracts the juices and starts the fermentation process. Mix everything thoroughly until it becomes wet and sticky. Cover loosely. You want airflow, not a tight seal. Allow the mixture to ferment for 5 to 7 days in a shaded spot. When it settles and starts producing a sweet, somewhat sour smell, it's ready. Strain out the liquid and store it in a clean bottle. This is your concentrated ancient mixture. You'll dilute it before applying it to your soil. This is where the magic truly begins. Dilute the mixture. 1 tablespoon per liter of water is enough, though you can adjust based on how tired your soil feels. Water your soil directly with it. You're not feeding the leaves here, you're feeding the soil community. Apply it early in the morning or late afternoon so the microorganisms aren't shocked by extreme heat. Use it weekly for struggling soil or twice per month for maintenance. As you treat your soil, you'll notice changes you can actually feel with your hands. The earth becomes softer, it holds water better, it forms small crumbs instead of hard clods, and if you watch closely, you'll see earthworms returning in numbers, the best sign of revived soil. After the first few applications, the soil begins shifting at a biological level. Most gardeners describe it as the soil coming alive, and that is exactly what's happening. Plants respond by deepening their roots, strengthening their stems, and producing richer foliage. You may see leaves becoming greener without adding any chemical fertilizer. Fruit-bearing plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers start showing more consistent flowering. Even better, your soil becomes more resilient. During dry spells, it stays moist longer. In heavy rain, it drains better and avoids waterlogging. Seasonal changes become less stressful for the plants because the soil is healthier overall. If you garden in containers, you'll notice the soil stops compacting so quickly. This ancient mixture is one of the best remedies for tired potting soil. Beginners love it because it's inexpensive, forgiving, and almost impossible to mess up. Experienced gardeners love it because it adds complexity, diversity, and long-term health to the soil, something many modern methods overlook. No matter your skill level, using this ancient mixture builds a deeper connection to your soil. It makes you more observant, more in tune with how your garden responds, and more aware of the living world beneath your feet. And honestly, that's one reason I love sharing these old secrets here on Soil Stories. The simplest traditional practices often give the biggest results. If you've been searching for a natural, effective, deeply nourishing way to revive your garden soil, this ancient mixture is the place to start. It's affordable, powerful, time-tested, and rooted in generations of gardening wisdom. And when you treat your soil with it, you're not just growing better plants, you're rebuilding life from the ground up. If you enjoyed this guide and want more powerful, practical, and traditional gardening secrets, make sure you subscribe to Soil Stories. Give this article a thumbs up and share it with another gardener who loves natural methods. Let's keep growing, learning, and reviving soil, one ancient mixture at a time.